Hey Warriors, it's Victoria, and I just want to let you know that I'm really feeling led to do some weekly or bi monthly just little videos on encouragement, just things that I'm learning. I know that the Bible says, give the comfort to others that you have received. And after going through 10 years of chronic fatigue syndrome and all the darkness of those years, and then God bringing me out, I just really want to share some of the things that He ministered to me about during that time. So, in case you're in a really dark place or you're struggling with your health, just to give you some encouragement and inspiration from His Word and from things that I've learned. So I just want to start because this morning I was reading in the Old Testament in the book of Joel, and this verse has been so powerful to me throughout my recovery. And I want to share this with you, this promise from God, and I hope it will minister to you and that you can take this as your own verse to kind of hold on to. And it just says basically, I will repay you for the years that the locust has eaten, the great locust and the young locust, the other locusts and the locust swarm. And that's out of Joel chapter 2:25. And so, I think about those years that I was really sick and debilitated with CFS, and my children were young, and I was missing out on a lot of life. I'd have to wave to them from the bed, and as they went off to school, and I could barely speak, I had to teach them sign language. So those were some really challenging years, and things that I feel like the enemy of our souls stole from me. And yet God says that He will restore those years. And I just want to encourage you. So if you're in that fight to get your life back and get your health back, I just want to encourage you that God will and can restore those years to you. He's done amazing things for me in the way that He has restored that time with my kids, restored those things that I thought I had lost forever. Sure, I can't go back and get those specific years back, but He has a way, as we all know, of just accelerating things. And just like He changed the water to wine, He can transform things in your life. And I was listening to a message the other day, and the guy was speaking about all things are possible and with God. And there's that verse, I believe it's in Matthew, and Jesus had said, with men, this is impossible, but with God, all things are possible. And that's so true, that God is able to make a way for you. And this is something that he said, and I just wrote down his quote. It was Jeremy Pearson's. I thought it was so profound. He said, your eyes are blessed to look at an utterly impossible situation where the outcome is bleak at best and the odds are stacked well against you, and you have no strength of your own to overcome it. But it takes the blessing of the Lord in your eyes to look at that and be able to say, oh no, it can be done. And you know what? This is so powerful because I think that when we look at it from man's eyes, when we're with men, it is impossible. When you look at the natural, it's impossible to heal. But with God, all things are possible. And so I really love this verse because it's truth. And so I just hope that you'll just let that sink into your soul, because sometimes I felt that it was absolutely impossible. Most of my journey, it felt and it looked impossible to recover with setbacks and the struggles that I faced. And yet, with God, when I look at it from God's perspective and I see it how God sees it, I know that it is possible, and it's become possible in my life. And I know if it became possible in my life, it can become possible in your life. So anyway, Warriors, just wanted to share that little bit of encouragement with you. I hope it will encourage you. Let me know. Give me a little feedback if you're watching this in the Academy. It's kind of a new thing I want to start doing on Sundays, which is typically a day of worship. And so if you guys would like to see more of these little just snippets, I would be happy to keep sharing that. So remember, life's not over. It's starting again. And I speak life, health, and wholeness over you. Thanks, Warriors.